God.
washing your clothes. So
Yeah.
you're,
You're rubbing it into you.
and your skin is your largest organ of your body.
Right.
So I think about these things, and it's really terrible. It's a really terrible situation because I'm sure, as most people realize, water filtration units for a home are not cheap.
Right.
Not by any means. And the thing is this is not a rich neighborhood. These people have I believe it's an average median income of about $45,000 a year. There's a lot of elderly, there's a lot of disabled or young families just starting out. And it's a rural area. So it's not super populated. It's a lot of woods. It's a lot of trees. It's a lot of people that work, very hard. They go, you know what I mean? They go to work
Right.
every day. They punch their time clock. They come home. They want to go catch their kids' sports. You know what I mean? It's just very much a blue collar, wonderful town. And, these guys didn't deserve this. They were
No.
basically nuked in their own backyard.
My
And
God,
then,
you're right.
just left, and said, here you go, just deal with it.
Now,
You
there was
know,
a rainstorm. Was there any way they were able to collect any of that rain when there was it rained afterwards, I guess?
Mhm.
Were they able to keep that water, or did that test as having toxins as well? I mean, I
I
know how
don't know.
you have to know everything. No, I'm kidding. You are awesome. But I'm thinking, what can we do? I'm like, dear God, I know he hasn't forgotten them, but
Yeah, no.
wow, you are his legs and hands right now reaching out to them. That is awesome. So we just have to get the stuff to you. And did Dave talk about a website that we can donate that you can
So,
refer?
the best thing to do is actually check out our social media pages. I do have donation QR codes posted absolutely everywhere.
Awesome.
That way, if you can't find them, you can always reach out at soupmamaofficial@gmail.com.
Okay.
Our website is soupmamaofficial.com. It'll take you to our social medias, give you our email address, but it'll point you in the right direction.
Awesome.
We're pretty much everywhere on social media, including Truth
Great.
Social now.
Oh,
So,
fun. That's great.
yeah, yeah. So we're
Okay.
I keep adding more as I go. I guess I don't have enough on my plate yet.
That's okay. That is awesome. I just signed up with Sue's Truth Social. Truth Social. Yeah, last
Yeah.
night. I was like, it's taken so long. I remember talking to Dave. He's like, well, I have an Apple phone. I was like, shut up. I have an Android.
I don't have an
But
Apple phone.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm teasing you.
But
No,
I,
because
but I also got preferential treatment that
yeah,
through Apple. I was asked to beta test the site
Oh wow.
for
Yeah.
Apple.
Us broke people have Androids. I don't know.
I paid $50 for it, and it was a 3G phone, the
Oh
3G
wow, there you go.
Apple Cellular iPad, and I still use it because it's great for some of the games
awesome.
I play.
Well, hey, there you go. That's awesome.
I know.
I'm an Android boy. We do our broadcasts on Androids. My phone is an Android. This is a
Nice.
Chromebook, but anyway, you know.
Yeah, I'm still catching up to technology. I have kids, and I'm like, I'm only as smart as you are when it comes to this stuff. Digital what?
I'm not even as smart as my kids when it comes to that.
Aren't they awesome? I know. It's crazy. They're like
Yeah,
light
I'm
years
like, can
ahead
you
of
guys
us.
explain how this works for me? I don't understand. It's
I know,
great.
am I uploading or downloading? Because I don't get the difference. And they're like, Mom, oh my
Yeah,
God. But it's a lot of fun. Anyhow, I just think it's awesome what you're doing. So
It
did you
is.
now how close are you in the proximity of I know they touch like Ohio and Pennsylvania. Are you close?
correct. So where I personally live, no. I'm in Southeast PA.
Okay.
However, East Palestine and Negley and all that, yes, that's literally right on the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Um, so to get there, if I drove straight across the state, it takes like 5.5, 6 hours. If I
Okay.
had no traffic, drove straight through, didn't have any pit stops, anything like that. So it's a little bit of a drive for me. However, it is my state. It is
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, and these are my neighbors. And it's not just that. It's really about people. It's truthfully okay. So for me, there's a couple of things about it that really hit home. Okay, so first of all, I live in a small town. I have railroad tracks 2.5 blocks from my house. Okay. Um, if this had happened in my town, I know I would be just like them and be stuck. I wouldn't be able to just up and move,
Right.
you know? Um, I get it. I understand where these people are. Look, I have a small business of my own, and I work very hard in addition to trying to do all of this stuff. And I know that it's a struggle, and sometimes it's not so easy, and not everybody's so fortunate. So, for me, this could be my hometown, you
Right.
know, and these folks are my neighbors. But even more importantly than that, it's kind of like I said the other day, like we see train derailments and all of these other unfortunate things, and they are unfortunate accidents sometimes, all the time. However, this one is kind of an exception. Just like natural disasters, there's a lot of those too. But what's happening in the case of Ohio
Hmm.
is that normally you have people like the EPA and FEMA and the Department of Health and all that come in, the National Guard, they do their
Right.
thing, they get everything taken care of because they declare the state of emergency, and they take care of everything, they get it done, they get it cleaned up, okay, and they help whoever needs to be helped. And no, is it ever perfect? No, but at least it's something to try and get
Right.
them back on their feet. In this case, in
Mm.
this case, they created, again, when they burned these chemicals, they created phosgene gas. Now, phosgene gas has been a crime against humanity for a very long time. Okay, so I'm going to say it. Maybe other people won't, but I will say it. It is a crime against humanity. Okay,
It
so
is.
whoever decided to burn this crap needs to be held accountable. Okay, that's my
That's good.
first thing. Okay. Now, the second thing
Right.
is that this particular case shows that the government is doing nothing to help these people on any level. And I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat or conservative or liberal, it doesn't matter. None of
Right.
these governments are functioning properly. And these people have been left high and dry, and they don't have the resources on their own after they've been toxically nuked in their backyard. And
My
it's
gosh.
unacceptable.
Right.
And the thing is that, they didn't ask for this. They worked very hard for their properties and their homes. And if somebody came and took your home away tomorrow, for most of us, that would be everything we have invested.
Yeah.
That's most people's retirement, is their home.
Right. And
That's why you buy one. So you have something.
I know. I'm just I'm in shock. I mean, I understood what was happening. When I was watching it burn, I was thinking, stop that. There's chemicals in there. And almost felt as if they were making a burn pit like they do in the army when they move their camp. They burn the whole area in case there's um anything left behind that the enemy could get, like papers, anything. That's how they clean it. They burn it and it's gone. You can't do that with chemicals. And the whole time this was happening, I'm thinking, Arm& and Hammer baking soda. Put the armor, put that thing out. Put that out. That's all I kept. That's all I know how to do. When we have a kitchen fire, that's what you do. You get the baking soda, you snuff that out, and anything weird that smells will pretty much be kept down. But they didn't do that at all. And I can't solve the world problems or even that one, but everyone has a little thing they can do, and this just felt like sabotage, and I hate it. And it's people like you that give hope. Thank you so much.
Well,
Otherwise,
if you read the
sitting ducks.
conspiracy theories, you
Oof.
hear that supposedly debris from 9/11 was being stored in East Palestine. And
So
and
wait,
if
wait, wait,
and
wait,
if
stop.
okay, go ahead.
So I found out from the residents while I was there this last time
Yep.
that yes, there is some of the rubble and stuff from 9/11
Yep.
in the dump in Nagley,
Okay.
which is one of the surrounding towns. So that I do know. Other than that, I know nothing.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Right. So I'm
Nothing
just saying,
confirmed, but I do know that.
if that stuff is there, and there seems to be enough conspiracy theories that want us to believe that 9/11 was something the three-letter agencies did against us, wouldn't you then want to take it to the next step, connect the dots, as Michael Anthony would say, and maybe it's okay. Maybe they thought we didn't think we knew that this stuff was there, and then wouldn't it be plausible that, the same people that created COVID, for lack of anything better, the same people would say, we have to this town because
Hide the evidence.
of what we did to it. And I mean, it's a terrible thing for me as a 61-year-old God-fearing Republican who calls himself a conservative patriot to ever think I would turn a microphone on and say, hey, maybe what I'm reading is true to a point, and we're not responsible for the town being destroyed, but it's unthinkable, or I want to think it's unthinkable in my head to think that our government would go to that extreme to do it. I mean, my grandfather wore all three military uniforms at the same time, or four of them, however many there are, at the same time, because he was a demolition guy. So, I can understand, they might have said to him in the time that he was in the Navy, get everybody off that boat because we're going to blow that sucker up. It's just that's the only way we have. We don't need it anymore, and we just are going to blow it up. So it could be plausible in my head that the government might say, well, you know what? This is ground zero for 9/11 debris, and
Well, even if,
think about the people, it becomes like a military operation. I'm sorry, I cut Jen off. It becomes like a military operation to just get the government out of a bad position that they're in.
if that's what they did, and they could check a box and say everything's good on our side and leave the people in the heart of the country suffering, they need people like Super Mama because they're people. That's who makes the country. And what's so sad is they keep going off on this tirade, the higher ups, on tax the rich. Why? There's not as many of them as there are middle class, and what they're doing right now is annihilating them.
Yep.
So thank God there's somebody there with a heart. Well, I mean, there are more, but Soup Mama is awesome. And
let's rein it back in and take the conspiracy theories to, hey, there's this lady named Soup Mama, and she's going around and doing all these fantastic things.
She'll save us all. No, you're awesome.
She will.
No, I am no savior. I'm just a regular person. But look, despite any conspiracy theories that there may be out there, the thing is bottom line is these folks really do need help.
Right.
And while, yes, it might be entertaining to wonder about those thoughts, the truth is that when I'm there, that's not my concern.
Right.
I talk. Right. I've talked to these residents, and I've stood in the creek and I've seen the contaminants. And that's 2 months later, where you can still see the chemicals in the water, and that stuff goes out into the Ohio River.
Yeah.
So our waterways are being polluted with this stuff as we speak. So that is something to be concerned about, just in general. as general American citizens, this is going into our waterways.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is contaminating the Ohio River. Okay. So this stuff is going there. Because if you go right now to the creeks, the creek coming out of EP there, and you go and you start flipping rocks and stirring things around, you'll see the bubbles come to the top. You'll see the stuff swirling around. You'll see a shimmer on the top of the water, and you'll feel like acid's hitting you in the face.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not kidding. I only spent maybe 15 minutes by the water, and I couldn't do it anymore. My eyes were burning so bad.
And the government there says it's okay to drink the water.
Correct.
Or
The EPA says it's safe to drink the water. Yep.
Dear God.
Jerry Michaels, the host of the American Rebellion, is watching. For some reason, the chat link on my profile never makes it onto my screen, but Jerry says
there we go.
We need an insurrection, and Michael Anthony says that North Fox needs to be shut down. They need to be investigated further. They should not be allowed on the railways any longer until there is a point.
And they still run those trains. When I was there the first time, those trains were running like every 7 to 10 minutes through town.
With the same load still?
Not necessarily tankers, but it was Norfolk Southern, and they were running the trains like every 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it true that that company issued everyone in the vicinity a $5 check? That's what I heard. I thought that is almost a slap in the face. But I guess it was a class action lawsuit, and they cut everyone a check for $5. And I thought, it doesn't even make sense with the paper and the printing.
I didn't hear that, no. But we do have, for example, tonight, we're actually hosting a public Zoom for the donation collection. So anybody that's interested in helping out, maybe drive a truck or pick up donations, or somebody that wants to donate or get in touch with us, or even talk to some of the residents, we are hosting a public Zoom at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All of the links are out on the Soup Mama official social medias. And we encourage everybody to join and check it out, talk to these people. We will have several people from there on our Zoom to talk about what's going on, their experiences, what the needs are. So again, it's a public Zoom, and we're working to coordinate donations. So if you or your groups or anything like that want to help out, please jump on that Zoom tonight at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Because again, it'll be one of those things you can ask a lot of questions firsthand if you need to. It's going to be very informative as far as donations and things like that, how we're trying to coordinate to get them all there. But again, we're going to be doing the donation distribution on the 16th. We're going to use the Negley Fire Company again. That like we did last time for this one, just because it worked really, really well at that facility. We had a lot of room so that we could get the cars in and out much easier. So again, we are having that public Zoom, and if anybody was thinking about donating food and water, two most precious items that we take for granted every single day, and these people absolutely need the help with food and water. So again, that's really huge. So if anybody wants to join in or ask any extra questions, like I said, that one I really didn't hear about as far as a $5 check. I did hear that there were some other things. At one point they wanted to give people like $1,000 check and have them sign a waiver, but then that was in the very beginning, and then people caught on and that went away. The most recent thing that I saw was that they were trying to count income from the railroad if they were helping make the payments, like for them staying in a hotel or something. They were trying to cut the food benefits of those people. Now, I encourage anybody from that area, if that is happening to you, please reach out to us at Soup Mama Official. We do have Miss Carolyn Collins. We call her Miss Elvira. She's willing to help walk you through the appeal process so that you can appeal that. And try and fight that. But again, this is stuff that's happening to these people. They're finding right now vinyl chloride and stuff in women's urine. I posted an article about it the other day. This is, like I said, this is putting rashes on people. That's causing them respiratory issues. It's really scary.
Bad stuff.
Really, really scary.
Yeah, it's bad stuff.
Yes, it is. It can attack the nervous system. It can attack the digestive system. I mean, this is, like I said, your respiratory, everything. It's a tough thing. And some of these folks just can't, they just don't have the availability to up and move. And it's not like anybody's going to come in and buy their house. And who would?
Ever, or not for a while, I know.
Well, some of these VOCs have a shelf life of like 500,000 years. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
they're bioaccumulative. That's the scariest part. They're bioaccumulative, which means that they keep accumulating in your body as time goes on.
Oh my gosh.
You would think that this is what FEMA does. They come in and they write you a check based on the value of
right, but there's no
house.
emergency declaration.
It's not going to happen, right? There
They
isn't
did not
there isn't
declare
one.
that
They probably
as an
won't get one.
emergency.
No, that was not declared as an emergency, and that's why FEMA is not there.
Okay.
That Governor DeWine did not declare it an emergency, and that's why, like I said, that's why they're not getting. This is, like I said, this is failure of government at every level.
Big time.
Yep.
And these folks are suffering in the meantime. Like, look, do I think the railroad should pay for it? Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. The railroad should pay for all of the things associated with these people. But these people can't wait for the railroad, and they can't wait for the government.
Right.
Because if they do, they won't make it.
Right.
These people need help. They need it now, and they're going to need it for a little while because there's nowhere else to get it. So, what I keep saying is, Americans need to do what Americans do best. And we really need to pull together for these guys because they need it. This is, in some ways, to me, this is worse than 9/11. Okay?
Right.
Because not only did you nuke these people, but you nuked our farmland. Think about this. Pennsylvania and Ohio have tons of farmland. They nuked the farmland, they hit the waterways, this is air pollution, and this is a chemical attack on our own citizens.
Yep.
Man, and they're survivors and they're suffering. Whereas
and they're left abandoned, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
And this guy in the house has no idea what's going on, or they must tell him, and he has a globalist plan.
He didn't care.
I know. Mm.
They haven't done anything.
Wow.
And that's the point. They haven't done anything.
It's good that you're on here and you can remind us of that, because it's so. When did that happen? 2 months ago? And it's almost a bad memory, and we've tucked it in there and forget there are still people there struggling.
Yeah.
And that's
that was at the beginning of February.
And how many babies were born since it happened in that area, and they're going to take this with them through life.
Yeah.
It's
It's really, really unfortunate when you hear the stories of the families that live there, and you truly get to put it in a perspective. I mean, like, Jen, I can tell you as a mom, you'd be bawling in a corner somewhere because you'd see these families, with small children, and the water all around them is contaminated, and they can't let their kids outside to play.
right.
They have farms and these chickens and they've got llamas and dirt and kids and dirt.
And
Imagine telling your kids you can't go outside, you can't touch the grass, you can't play in the creek, and it's right there in front of them.
You can't
And that
feed yourself off the chickens anymore. You can't.
that was
You
their
can't
way
eat
of
the eggs.
life. Oh
This
my
is.
God.
I mean,
They're sitting ducks and there's
You
nothing
can't
they
even
can
hunt.
do.
Think
right.
about it. You can't even hunt the wildlife.
My gosh. I can't
Jesse
believe
can't
they're
take the boat that we can't name. If you guys lived in East Palestine, Ohio, Jesse couldn't take the boat that we can't name on out on the Ohio River because
talk
you
about
can't eat the fish.
a boat. I know. My husband got a boat. He
I,
named it the
I
doctor. So,
mean,
well, I'm just bringing her up to date. He named it the doctor. So
yeah, no, I
he
know.
can have a doctor's appointment and he gets it off work, no problem. And he's getting fish. Yeah, I don't want to talk about getting food right now.
I just like
Super creative.
to joke because I understand what he wanted to name the boat, and then I understand that because Jen said, well, the name, this part of it, you can't say, and you don't want people to think about. So
he calls it therapy. He's like, so can I call it the therapist? And
it
we're
is
like,
therapy.
no.
People get
Yeah, but
therapy.
don't call it the therapist because when you spell it out, it doesn't sound right. Anyhow, back to East Palestine.
Back to East
This is
Palestine.
so important. Yeah,
Yep.
I love what you're doing. What time is the Zoom meeting? It's Eastern.
7 o'clock.
Yes, 7 o'clock Eastern
Okay.
time. Yes.
And we can get to that by okay, oh, this is awesome. Okay. Zoom
Yeah.
meeting.
Go to the Soup Mama page, and I'm sure the links are all
Oh
there.
yeah, the links are all over the place.
Can I, if I go to it, can it be shared so that it can be the Zoom call can be posted on Facebook, or do you have to dial into the call in order to be on it?
I'm not an expert on technology.
Okay. All right, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
But you can jump in and whatever works.
I'll figure it out. We'll get it out somewhere. We got John now telling everybody they need water in East Palestine.
Yes, water and food. Yes,
As it said on
absolutely.
the promo for the broadcast, they need everything that you take for granted every day that you have.
Yes.
And I even went as far as saying on the promos, if you don't have it and you can't get it there, it's okay to donate money and help people get what needs to get there. This is one of those times where we're not asking you for money to help do whatever you worry about people on Facebook are going to do when you ask for money. No, this is legitimate. These people,
real need. Yeah,
need stuff, and for a long time they're going to need stuff brought in from outside of there because for a long time they ain't going to be able to make their stuff there anymore.
And the other thing is that I always try and live stream when we are doing the distribution and everything. We try and live stream so that everybody can see exactly where these donations go. So if you're making a donation, a lot of times you can watch us loading up the trailer from Jezreel, or if we're doing a donation drive somewhere, you can watch that footage. You can watch us driving to Ohio. I usually stream that from the road so everybody knows where we're at and they can keep in contact with us. And again, we stream right there from the donation location. And I do my best sometimes to run 2 cameras if I can, just like one on Facebook and one on YouTube, and set one on a tripod and the other one I walk around. But yeah, so you can actually, like the last one, there's a point where I actually walk through the line of cars and I'm able to talk with some of the residents that were willing. But you can see the line of cars and how long it was for people waiting in line to collect some of the donations from the last run. So it's really an amazing thing, and people can see exactly who you're helping. You can see those faces. You can see the kids, that belong to the volunteers that are local, helping their neighbors, and the kids are playing with boxes and, being kids. So you can see that direct cause and effect. You know what I mean? And it's wonderful. And we love to be able to share that with the American people, because without the people, this wouldn't be possible.
Wow.
What we do wouldn't be possible because we can't bring donated goods if they're not donated. So, we need all hands on deck in whatever capacity, whether it's donating money or donating goods or sharing information out to people who might, or talking to your business or talking to your company that you work for and saying, hey, there's this going on. What can we donate as a company? We have all kinds of stuff. If you reach out to us, we have a business packet. We can, take care of all of those little paperwork odds and ends if you are a business. So again, they can just email us, soupmamaofficial@gmail.com, and I'll get you in touch with the right person to answer any questions. So, we all have our strengths. Mine is, I have some, and all of the other people on the board have theirs.
You're an organizer. You are great.
Paperwork is not my specialty. The technical mechanics of things, not my specialty.
That's okay. You're a mom. You can rule the world. It's okay. You don't have to do that.
I always say to make the best teams, you have to work to each other's strengths, and you need to support each other's strengths. So I am very fortunate to work with an amazing group of people on the Soup Mama official board. And I am super blessed that we've had so many wonderful people and organizations that have been joining in on these Zooms and helping get this accomplished for these towns. And it is truly a blessing to see everybody coming together and working together. And we're all just as equally important. No one's any more important than the rest. Many hands make light work, and we're just trying to bring the awareness out and get these folks some help because they are in need. And that's the bottom line. We just want to, reach out and make sure that we're helping them as best we can.
So the next drop is when? When's the next time you go back? The 12th?
The 16th.
The 16th, okay.
Yes,
yes. So then what I will ask now is anytime you get back after the 16th and you got a few minutes, which normally means an hour, come on and tell us. And actually, if you do use even cell phone cameras or tablets to record any of it, get it to me before you come on, and through our technology, our producers, we can even import it in and play it on the broadcast.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm usually live streaming to YouTube when we're down there. So, and I always encourage people, steal whatever footage you want. Take it, use it, promote whatever you need to, because it's not about me. It's not about an individual. It's about community. It's about the people. Right. It's about helping each other out in a time of need and coming together for each other, and that's what like I said, that's what Americans do the best, we've referred to 9/11 a few times, but my favorite day was 9/12. There was a flag on every porch.
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody was like saying hi to their neighbor. You were outside, you were talking to somebody, and you were proud to be an American.
That's good.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that day?
Yeah. That was awesome.
And you know what? That's what these people need.
Yep.
It's like healing after the storm.
We need a government that no longer makes us feel like it's a crime to be an American.
True. So let's just be Americans. And
so you heard it, folks. Make sure you get to the Soup Mama official Facebook page. All that information is there. What else?
Nothing. I was just going to say, if the government's going to forget about us right now, we're going to forget about them and just take care of each other.
That's true.
Just like she was talking about 9/12. That's when you saw the real humanity of people caring about people. I mean, if they don't care about us at all, we just pay them taxes. No reason, but we give them taxes. And if they don't care, we'll just treat you like I don't even want to pay taxes this year. Like, really?
I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Yeah. I don't see it happening until maybe Joe Biden announces that he's running, or they announce who's ever going to run if Joe isn't going to run. I don't see anything. I don't see anything changing in what they're doing. They're not going to start making changes. I mean, they'll keep going along on the course that they're on, but they won't do any. I don't think they'll do anything drastic until after the 2024 presidential election. Because if Donald Trump doesn't win, I don't like to say it this way, but if Donald Trump doesn't win, we're going to be in a whole lot of a whole lot of worse hurt than we're in now. And it's not just Republicans or Democrats or whatever. It's Americans are going to be in a whole lot more hurt than what we're doing right now.
Yeah, at least we have a plan right now.
Right.
That's good.
We do. We're all going to follow Soup Mama around in convoys and drink good soup, share everything we can with East Palestine, and hope that in the time that we're doing that, there isn't another one of these.
Don't even speak it.
I know. Just hope that maybe we will have learned from this one that, we handled this one the wrong way. So once again, what else do they need besides water?
Water and food are the two top priorities. But again, there's tons of things. Things like dry shampoo, feminine products, diapers, baby food, wipes, body wipes, cleaning supplies. Obviously, you get a lot of soot, laundry detergents. Those are always important. I mean, obviously, they still have to wash their clothes despite the water. So you want to make sure we have some laundry detergent for them to do laundry, pet food, and not just indoor pets, but also like chicken feed. Because there's a lot of people with birds, of some sort, chickens, guineas, turkeys, things like that, goats, so there's some, goats, maybe some horses, so some hay, straw. But again, the biggest needs right now, from what I understand, the SOS is for water and food.
Awesome.
You heard it, folks. 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. There's a Zoom meeting. Go to the Soup Mama official page here on Facebook, and you'll get all of the information. Make sure you're there. If you go there, take notes and and post it in a group. I dare you. I'm making a dare to people on Facebook. Go to that call, listen to that call, and post it in a group on Facebook that I am either not in or not the admin of. And there's very few of them here on Facebook that I'm either not in or not the admin on. Post it on the Soup Mama page and then share it from there all over Facebook. Take the links.
Please do. Because they've been censoring you.
Take the link from Facebook.
Wow.
This broadcast. Take the link from Facebook and share it on all the other social media you do. Normally, I would say go to the Boogie with Bull YouTube channel and take it from there. But there was a flub. It started late on YouTube, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about sharing that link. But take it from Facebook, share it anywhere you can, share it in all your groups, share it on the Soup Mama official page. Follow that page every day, and just keep the information out. Hey, Jerry Michaels is watching, and Jen does the American Rebellion Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And if you're still up then, Jerry, some night, I bet Jerry would be very happy if you jumped onto the panel. It's open to anybody who's watching. And
okay.
I'm sure he would probably love to have you on for as much of the broadcast as you can do to get the information out. He's one of those big time broadcasters on Facebook. He's on Facebook and he's on Rumble. So
okay.
So he'll help. He'll help.
Well, somebody will have to send me the link just so I can find it a lot easier because obviously I have a lot going on right now.
I'll send you the information. You go to the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook, and he posts the link. And
awesome.
And, people just show up and they ask to be put on. Like he doesn't really send out invites to be on a broadcast like.
No. I'm just saying if you send me the link, I'll check it out. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll send you the information. I'm sure he would like to have you there.
Sure.
Michael Anthony, you got another partner in crime that crimes against Facebook. He's another guy, Studio 10 Broadcasting, 10 o'clock talks. He would probably like to get you on one of his broadcasts, and I can't remember all the times, but I'll send your name to him. He's watching right now. He's on the
Well, that would be much appreciated. Like I said, the people need all the rabble rousers out there to hear them, and
That's
we need
Send
to
true.
you. We'll
shake the
send,
trees and say, "Hey guys, wake up, wake up."
send you
Um,
around. Maybe Jonathan Garcia on who has Red Mammoth Nation
yep,
TV.
I've met him actually.
Jonathan is a good
Yeah,
guy.
I met him
Yeah, John.
this past summer, I believe, in
Yep.
was it Tennessee? I think it was.
Yeah, Hartsville. Yep. But
Yes,
I was supposed to go to Hartsville and meet him there, but I ended up not
Awesome.
going. And
I know. You could have met me too. You see
I'm gonna,
that?
I'm gonna get myself to I'm gonna get myself to Pennsylvania one day because there's a lot of people there in
Right.
Pennsylvania that I want to meet. But I will get myself up there at some point. And at some point, we'll have to bring you down to Florida when Michael Anthony is here, Derek Arnold is here, I live here.
Nice.
We'll get you down here and do something in Florida for.
Yeah, no, I love Derek. He's a great guy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I've been fortunate. I've gotten to meet a lot of really, really awesome patriots all over the country, and I am really happy to always see them. As a matter of fact, I saw Derek earlier this year in front of the Supreme Court in
Yep.
DC on January 6th.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
we were. Yeah, we were there together for the
good
Brunson
friends of his
petition.
are J6ers, and one of them,
Man.
I believe her case was dismissed, but she keeps getting added as a co-defendant on others. And I think the way it appears the government is doing is that they figure that you will testify against the new co-defendants that they give you, and so far it hasn't worked for a lot of them that I know of. But yeah, he was there because her case was on that day.
And I was there for the Brunson petition.
Yep.
To support the Brunson petition. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
So live well, live long, prosper, eat soup at every meal. Only eat sweet soup mama potato soup if it comes from Idaho potatoes, where Jen
I'm in Idaho. I know.
is from. But
We have a lot of potatoes.
let's see what else. Anything else? Anything else?
No, I
Like
love
I
it.
said, get on the Zoom.
Get on the
Volunteer,
Zoom.
help, donate.
Get on the
For
Zoom.
sure.
Donate.
Yeah, get on the Zoom, volunteer, help, donate. We need all hands on deck. That's
Yeah.
on the Zoom.
that's truthfully it.
Get on the Zoom. Donate. Follow Sue Mama. You see her on everywhere. You even catch her on Steve Bannon's broadcast up in the big leagues every now and then.
Just once so far. Well,
That's
2
all it
days in a row. But hey,
takes
it's
is
cool.
one.
I'll tell you what, it was a real honor to be there, and
Yeah.
it was really it was really cool. He's a very nice guy, and very, very smart, very smart. Him and John Fredericks. I mean, I actually got a chance to chit chat with them just a little bit, and amazing people, amazing human beings. So, and I'm really glad they were there because, honestly, they're a very powerful voice for these people as well. And like I said, many hands make light work, and they were absolutely wonderful about trying to help bring awareness. And again, that's what it's all about, is getting the awareness out for these folks, because they're the ones suffering and they're the ones that need this help. So again, big SOS for water and food, and join the Zoom at 7. All hands on deck, please volunteer.
I know that Randy Griesenbeck has a big hoedown event, whatever you want to call it, in Kentucky coming up in the very near future. I understand you will be there in person.
So he tells me, yes.
Well, he's told me before, and he's my partner, my major partner in crime. He told me that I will be there before too, but I won't be there in person. I will be there live stream. But
well, he's voluntold me for several things already, and I always tell him that's one of his best qualities. He just voluntells people.
By the way, you're in.
Yeah, by the way. So schedule permitting and, God willing, yes, I will be there.
all right. Any other closing thoughts?
No,
Nope.
We're
Like
in
I
this-
said, I'm going to go make some dinner for my family really quick before the Zoom, but I hope to see everybody at 7 p.m. this evening.
Yeah,
These
and then
guys.
you said you'll be there on the 16th. So anytime you got a few minutes afterwards, come back and tell us what happened while you were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thank
Soup
you.
Mama Official, make sure you catch her on the Facebook page, the Soup Mama Official page. Again, don't miss the 7 o'clock Eastern Zoom meeting. All the information is on the page. And follow the page and read. Oh, Jen
Ooh,
popped up. Well, sometimes that happens.
all right.
All
Well,
right,
I'm going
Sharice.
to bid you adieu.
All
God
right.
bless. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you. All right. Soup Mom Official with us. Jen Woodruff, the homeschooling mom, was here in the beginning. I got a little bit loud. They're trying to only contain themselves in Studio C right now. And I here in Studio 10 got a little bit too loud. I apologize for that. I want to say good afternoon to Ward Moyer was watching. Angie Mayu was watching. Angie Mayu, the Patriot Rally in the Valley. There is an event page for the Patriot Rally in the Valley. The next one I know is in October. All of the information is there. So make sure you go and look at that. Make sure you're on the 7 o'clock Zoom call. The information again is on the Soup Mama official page here on Facebook. Look for her all over Facebook. Like I said, maybe Michael Anthony will want to get her on. I know Jerry Michaels would like to have her on the American Rebellion Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. On Wednesdays, the Wednesday, 5 p.m. Boogie with the Bull Uncensored is the opening act, and the headliner, Jerry Michaels and the American Rebellion, go live at 7 p.m. Eastern. So stick around for that tonight and on Wednesday and on Friday and on Saturday. And Ed Homan, thank you for watching. See Ed around the groups here on Facebook. Danny Campbell has watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts than anybody else in the history of Boogie with the Bull. He probably even watched them before I even started doing them 3 years ago. Michael Anthony is the reason why I'm doing Boogie with the Bull broadcast. Jerry Michaels, like I said, is the host of the American Rebellion. And that's where about that went. I'm still having a problem with StreamYard. Anybody who uses StreamYard to do their broadcast, we're all supposed to be, if you link your profile, the chat on your profile is supposed to come up on the live producer screen. I reconnected everything to make sure everything was connected, and for some strange reason, it just not come up. So if I don't read your comment or flash your comment on the screen and you're watching on my profile, then that's probably why. Also, what I would suggest you do is somewhere, let me find it, and this will probably be the last thing that we'll say on the broadcast today. Yeah, we'll do it from this one. In the Facebook live chats, before you come to a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook name and profile in the live chat. They tell me you only have to do it once, but you have to do it once. And once you do that, then whether you're watching on my profile, Dave Waldman, or you're watching on the Boogie with the Bull page, or you're watching on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group, all of that should come to the live chat screen, and I should be able to see it and read it and give you all kinds of credit for taking the nerve to comment on a broadcast. And we just want to do that because that's why we do these things. We want to hear what you're thinking. It's not so much what we're thinking or what the guests on the broadcast are thinking. It's what you're thinking and what you're thinking about the guests on the program, me doing the program, and anybody else that joins us Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. If I remember correctly, Jen Woodruff has not confirmed yet, but hopefully she will. Let's see, Paul Riley, who is Therapy Range on Rumble, he will be part of the broadcast. He also has that wonderful website, patriotchit.com, patriotchitoutfitters.com. He will be part of the broadcast. Bob McCarthy, who's a big-time guy over on PPN, Patriot Party News, when he's not available for Boogie with Bull. He will be here, and one or two other people that I'm still waiting for their confirmations. So worst comes to worst, tune in at 5 o'clock on Wednesday evening, and if there's a camera available and you want to be on, you might be invited to be on. If not, that's all I can tell you. So let me see, 6:01. So we're going to wrap it up just about an hour. We did start a little bit late. Like I said, if you go to the YouTube channel and want to use the YouTube channel to share, make sure you watch the beginning of the broadcast there to make sure. There was a delay getting it from StreamYard to YouTube. And when it did in fact start, it might have started late. So I don't know if it will roll back when it posts and get the actual whole thing. Anyway, thanks to Soup Mom official Sharice Moser for being with us. Jen Woodruff, it is always a pleasure. And we'll fly up here and double B's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going to come to an end. We'll roll down here. And just before we say that, this is the part of the program where I have to say Boogie with the Bull is a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own the name, we own the studio, we own everything involved in making the broadcast that you see. Equal time is given to responsible parties with opposing views. All you have to do is let me know. And if I said it, you're welcome to come on to the broadcast and confront me on it. If someone else was on the broadcast and they said it, you're welcome to come on and confront them. And if it was said in the live chat between people, yeah, you're welcome to come on and go with each other and try to resolve whatever the issue was. But unfortunately, on those, the panel of judges would probably make the final decision. Anyway, that's how it goes. Stick around. Like I said, 7 p.m. tonight Eastern is the Zoom meeting. Go to the Soup Mom official page for the call-in link information that you need to be able to call in. Otherwise, at 7 p.m., your homework assignment is to be downstairs on the American Rebellion blogger page and watch the American Rebellion with Jerry Michaels. And on that note, I'm going to say double B's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going to come to an end.